you know the sound.
Oh, that sound.
That relentless, rhythmic drip, 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 drip in the middle of the night. It's a very specific kind of frustrating.
It really is. It sounds like money just going straight down the drain.
Exactly.
Welcome to the
And your
workshop.
first instinct
Before
is
we
always,
start,
okay, I
let's
need
make sure
to
we
call
have
a
the
plumber.
essential tools for
This
the
is
job.
going to be
A
expensive.
pipe wrench, pliers,
And that's the
and a
instinct we're
copper
here to
cutter.
challenge today, because the research for this deep dive uncovered a jaw-dropping statistic.
It really is.
A massive 90% of common faucet leaks can be fixed at home by you.
With minimal tools, no professional needed. 90%. That means 9 out of 10 times we're panicking over a problem that's actually, fundamentally simple.
Right. So our mission today is to give you not just the steps, but the confidence.
To walk you through the fastest, most beginner-friendly method we found in the sources to just silence that drip for good.
And we are talking fast. The sources are pretty serious about this claim that once you know what you're doing, the actual fix can take less than 3 minutes.
Okay, let's unpack this. 3 minutes. That does seem a little ambitious. I mean, we have to account for a rusty screw or something.
And of course, real-world obstacles. But the core action, the replacement itself, is that quick.
So we'll aim for efficiency, but also cover the snags. Let's start at the very beginning. What is actually failing inside that faucet to cause this problem?
Okay, so before you even think about picking up a tool, you have to understand what you're fixing. And in almost every single case, it isn't a burst pipe or some catastrophic failure.
Something much smaller.
Much smaller. The diagnosis almost always points to one tiny, cheap component. A worn-out rubber washer, or in most newer faucets, something called an O-ring.
It's incredible to think that this little piece of rubber can cause so much trouble. So why? What is happening to it?
Well, it's really just basic wear and tear over time. The O-ring's whole job is to create a perfect watertight seal inside the faucet's handle.
So when you turn the handle off, it's the thing that actually stops the water.
Exactly. But over the years, it gets hit with everything.
Like what? The friction of
With
turning
the
it
set
on and
screw
off?
removed,
That's part of
you
it,
can
yeah.
now gently
But the
lift
bigger
the handle
things are
straight up from
temperature
the base,
changes. All that
revealing
hot
the
water
cartridge.
and mineral deposits, calcium, lime, all the stuff that's in the water supply.
So it basically just gets old and worn out.
It loses its flexibility, it gets brittle, it gets stiff, and it develops what engineers call compression set.
Impression set. Okay, what's that?
Think of it like this. If you squeeze a tennis
You want
ball
to
in
make
your
sure the
hand
adjustable
for
wrench is snuffed
5
before
years
applying
straight,
pressure
and you
to
finally
turn
let
the
go,
nut
it's not going to be a perfect
counterclockwise.
sphere anymore, right?
Right, it'll have a flat spot.
That's compression set. The O-ring gets a permanent flat or cracked spot, and it can no longer expand to create that perfect seal. Water finds that tiny little path.
Good.
Got your leak.
Okay, that makes so much sense. We're not just changing a part. We're fighting material fatigue. So let's talk about the money, because the difference here is huge.
It is staggering. That replacement O-ring, you can buy a variety pack for a few bucks at any hardware store. So the part itself costs, what, less than $1?
Pennies, basically.
Right. Now call a plumber. You're looking at easily $80 to $150 just for them to show up and spend 5 minutes doing what we're about to describe.
And that's not even counting the other costs, the one we tend to ignore,
The wasted water.
the actual water bill.
Precisely. The EPA says a single faucet dripping just once per second wastes up to 3,000 gallons of water a year.
3,000 pounds. Wow.
So fixing it saves you the plumber's fee and it lowers your utility bill. It's a total win.
And to get this win, we don't need a giant toolbox. What's on the minimalist list?
It's really just 3 things. First, a screwdriver, and I'd have both a small flathead and a Phillips on hand, just in case.
Good tip. You never know what's under that little cap.
Second, an adjustable wrench. That's essential. And third, the replacement O-ring or washer. And the key here is making sure it's the exact same size.
Okay, so we got our tools. We understand the mission. Let's get into the prep work. Step 1, and you absolutely cannot skip this, is turning off the water. Where do we look?
Go right under the sink. You should see 2 small valves, one for hot and one for cold, connected to the supply lines. You need to turn both of them clockwise.
Clockwise closes them, like righty-tighty.
Righty-tighty stops the flow. Turn them until they stop.
Now here's a real-world problem. What if those valves haven't been touched in like 20 years and they're completely stuck?
That is the #1 obstacle people face. And the rule is, don't force it. If it feels like it's gonna break, stop.
So what's the backup plan?
Your backup is to find the main water shutoff valve for your entire house or apartment. It's a bit more of a hassle, but it guarantees you won't cause a bigger leak by breaking an old valve.
Smart. Okay, so the water is definitely off. What's next?
There's a crucial intermediate step. Go back to the faucet and open the handle. Turn on both the hot and cold.
Even though the water is off.
Yes. This releases any water pressure that's still trapped in the lines. If you skip this, you're going to get a little splash of water when you take the faucet apart.
Right. Avoids a small, annoying mess.
Exactly. Okay, pressure's released. Now we can get inside. We have to take off the handle. Where is that screw usually hiding?
They don't make it obvious, do they?
No, it's designed to be hidden. Look for a tiny set screw, maybe at the very base of the handle, but more often than not, it's hidden under a decorative cap.
The little red and blue dot.
That's the one. You can gently pry that cap off with the tip of your screwdriver, and the screw will be right underneath.
Screw is out, handle lifts off.